Hi, I'm Yosef Solomon, and this is Tikun's Tisha B-Av message. The Hebrew word, which encompasses all of Jewish law, is halacha. Literally translated, that means way of walking, coming from the root holech, to walk. This is because in Jewish thinking, our rules are not a set of laws to control who we are. Rather, it's a guiding path on which we walk through life. Now, there's no period of time in our Jewish year whose laws, whose halachas are as confusing as the period we're now in. No planting, no building, no haircuts, no shaving, no meat, no wine, no music, no weddings. 3 weeks finally culminating on Tisha B-Av, a day, a fast day, as awesome and as stringent as Yom Kippur itself. Plus the added stringencies of a person sitting shiva, of mourning for a person, of a loved one, of a close relative. It begs the question. Everyone knows Judaism is a religion of the present and of the future. We're interested in what is now, what could be, what might be, what should be with our endeavor in the future. Why focus on 3 weeks of the pain of our history, of our past? Secondly, surely the sages understood that giving us a set of laws to mourn something which we had no experience of, in other words, the temples themselves, would leave us in a lack of being able to connect to them many generations later. And thirdly, but not least, there are 10 different words which express joy in Hebrew. Everybody knows we serve God with joy. Ivdu et Hashem besimcha, as the Torah says. So surely these laws are a complete contradiction to that understanding. How do we understand this? The answer to what we seek to understand can be found in a very well-known custom at a Jewish wedding, the breaking of the glass under the chuppah. The bride and groom, the happy newlywed couple, their family and friends are momentarily snapped out of, dragged out of their joy just for a moment to remember that Jerusalem is still in ruins, to remember that the world is not as it should be, to remember that the Jewish people are not who they could be. Over 3,000 years ago, we stood up, the Jewish people, to take on the role of being a shining moral example for the rest of the world, to bring godliness, light, monotheism into the dark void of paganism. Our job is not done. Who can honestly say that they are happy with what they see in the news? Who can honestly say that they feel safe to let their children walk on the streets? Who can watch another documentary of some other painful existence in our community? Abuse, drugs, earthquakes, whatever you want to say, it's all out there and it's terrible. The world is not as it should be. God gave humanity a gift, the ability to get used to pain, to compensate for discomfort and feel comfort even with pain. Now this works in the spiritual dimension as well. A person can lose his bearing, forget who he is, forget his real purpose in life, and yet naturally compensate again and feel comfortable. This is why we need a 3-week period of mourning. This is why we need a day of fasting and pain to wake us up out of our comfort, to drag us into reality, to remind us of who we are, of who we could be, of what we should be doing. If you're not aware of what's really missing in your life, you can never ever really grow into it. If you don't really feel the lack, how can you meaningfully fill it? You can't. The Talmud teaches that whoever mourns the destruction of Jerusalem will merit to see its rebuilding. This is not some enigmatic platitude. What it means is that if a person really gets real with the destruction of Jerusalem, with the destruction of our world, he will surely get up, stand up to repair and fix it. And it's that very involvement in its repair that is his merit, that is his experience of the joy of its rebuilding. So therefore, I implore you, wherever you will be on Tisha B-Av this year, connect to the destruction in our world. Find your role, your possibility, your way of being part of the rebuilding, and then do it. Place a brick in the wall. Be a part of the repair.